Good afternoon, folks. Fox It Outdoors here. Sorry about the angle of the sun there. Let me turn around so you guys aren't being blinded by the world's largest flashlight. But anywho's, it is Thursday. I believe it's around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. No, I think it's 12:30. I don't know. I didn't look at the clock very carefully when I was... you know what? I got my other phone in my pocket. It is 12:45 p.m. Central Time. We're looking at about a 55-degree day today, nice and sunny. Very little in the way of cloud cover and a slight breeze here and there. But I figured I would give you guys a update as to what is going on with the garden since the last video I put out last week, even though that video was filmed all three or 4 weeks ago. So let me get you guys turned around and we'll get you started on what's been happening. And I'm going to apologize right now for the lack of stability. I don't have my handy little tripod with me today. I am just out here freehanding this. But we've got strawberries. I cleaned these guys up. They're already turning green. Some of them are turning yellow. You can see the reddish yellow there. But a couple more days of this and these things are going to be taken off. My awesome little tree, which is on ground level with me and is actually taller than I am, or about the same height. Yeah, about the same height as I am. I have my columbines chilling back here. They kind of froze off and died, but I'll go over here real quick. I'll show you guys. They're not 100% dead. Look, I still have a lot of green right in here. That's all brand new green up in there. It looks dead, but look at this. I can just take this stuff right out and look at all the green down below. So these things are coming back with a vengeance. My mint, which surprisingly, I don't know how it managed to do this, but throughout my entire winter season, stayed alive. Yes, it's a little ragged, haggard, and beat up, but I do have a lot of already new growth down at the bottom. I'll just hit that with the hedge trimmer, cut it all down. Same thing with all of these guys. I'll just crop them flat across and then they'll come back. My carrots, which I've had out here all winter long. Look at this. Brand new little growth right there on that guy. Most of this stuff is all new growth. I left about 6 of these in here, I think. No, none of them, they haven't all died yet, so that's a plus. This was a Texas Ranger, I think, or butterfly bush, something like that. I don't remember, but he's actually coming back to life. That was my save project last year. My blueberries haven't done anything yet, or at least as of now. They're still dormant, so they're going to start popping here soon once it gets a little warmer. At least I'm hoping. I do water these every once in a while, so they get nice bit of moisture. You can see here, I'll show you guys. I got the do's and don'ts. Look at that. Look at how wet that, look at that soil. Look at how moist that is. And it's biodegrading nicely, which is even better. My patio peas, I planted these guys again, hoping they would take off, and I haven't gotten anything substantial off of them yet. I keep seeing little pods, but I noticed the other day these things were covered with aphids, so I keep bringing them outside every now and then. I mean, I got tons of flowers on them. Look, flower, 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 flower. Flowers everywhere, but they're just not producing. So I don't know what is going on. I think the soil may or may not be right for these guys in here. I keep trying, keep hoping for better results. But anywho's, on to the main reason of filming today. We have the greenhouse. Go down the middle. This is my walkway I was speaking of the other night, Wednesday night, last night. We'll go in here, we'll take a little bit of a gander on the top shelf, and then we'll just go down each consecutive shelf. Don't have too much on this side this season. Last year I had this thing completely packed, but I also have extra shelves in here this year. So I just did not have enough plant matter to fill the spaces that I was growing. I have a extra plant in here this year and flies everywhere. This was a Snapdragon, which is usually planted out in the other garden, but he survived, so I kept him in here. And as you can see, doing quite well. Don't have any new flower heads on him just yet, but give him another week or two and this guy will be covered with them. Got little bugs on here. Little eggs. This is my lemon tree. This guy actually got pretty big in here. And then my orange tree. Suffered on this one a little bit, but he's not dead. I did have a couple of flowers on here, which I thought would produce, but they have done absolutely nothing, mainly because I think it just wasn't warm enough. I have my one canna plant down here. I separated all of them. I took them out and I just planted one set of bulbs in here. It's one like weird nodule looking thing, but shoved him in there. He's been getting water, so he'll be doing his thing. I have my potatoes still in the corners. Trimmed off the taller ones just so they wouldn't be overreaching. This way I hope for thicker foliage on the bottom and give them more of a chance to grow root base for actual fruit. Well, technically fruit, not just potatoes. But yeah, I figured I would chop off the stems so they would grow more at the bottom instead of the top. I do have my one garlic chilling in the back. I don't know if you guys can see it down there in the corner. He's hiding back there. I have one random weed in there, but that's actually a set of flowers. At least the stumps are. Hopefully that'll come back. We'll see. It hasn't done anything, but may or may not just end up killing it anyways. I got loads of strawberries popping out here left and right. I mean, they are everywhere on this plant. You can see them. 4 there, 1 there, 1 back there, a couple in the front, tons of them. Look, I got strawberries everywhere. I got another set of strawberries. I actually moved them up top. He's over there. Got another one down on that side. I have a plethora mix of, I hate this. I always yank out the dead ones. I don't like the funny looking ones in here. I'm very particular about my strawberries, even though I very rarely even eat these things. But anyways, I've got a mix of parsley and onion growing in this pot. It just kind of did it on its own. This is my main parsley from, this is actually now, this plant is over a year old. Actually, it's almost, yeah, a year and a half now. And then I got more parsley down here. My rosemary, as you guys saw at the beginning, when I looked in here, I have this guy up here. That's a rosemary branch that I cut off of this one. It was one of the bottom ones from right here. I took it off, trimmed it because it needed to breathe, and it was setting roots. Then I have this monstrosity, which was almost dead last year, or at the beginning of the season, look. And it's pretty much taken over the whole pot again. I have this little, it is called a lemon cypress. Got this one from my aunt during the holidays, and I just shoved it in here to get it to grow. I got to start trimming and shaping it. I'm going to get this thing nice and round conically. Little mini rose bush. My kale. My spinaches, which I have harvested a few times already. They're just kind of growing in here, doing what they do. And then I got my one little lettuce plant back here, which I need to start plucking. Then we'll go to the other side. We have more onion. This stuff is ever growing and never dying. Other than the like random little brown things, but you just pick those off and the stuff comes right back. I got absolute parsley going on in here. My onion chives, which are slowly growing, but they're getting there. I've got more onion chives down here. My other strawberry. My one lone strawberry in this pot over here. And this weird weed thing, which definitely is not a strawberry. I have pepper. This is my lemon habanero. I believe that one's my bell pepper. This one was a ghost, yellow ghost, but I think it's dead 100%. I think that one was a bell pepper, or it's my other yellow ghost, and then yellow bell pepper, and then my last yellow ghost plant. And then I got bugs everywhere in here, but that's because it's getting warm and they're starting to be in my soil. Aside from that, I have just some random flowers down here for the season. These are all Snapdragons. These ones were lobelias. I have lobelias down in the bottom. As you can see, they are going crazy. And then my bunching onions, which this thing took off. And oh man, I just noticed, I was just in here yesterday checking all this stuff, but check that out, folks. You see that fat little bulb right there? That is going to be a seed pod. So when that thing flowers, I'm going to have a huge flower on this thing, which is going to be awesome because that's what I was waiting for. I was hoping these ones as big as these things got were going to do this. And these are actually bunching onions. I just separated them and put them in this big ass pot. So this is what they're doing now. Aside from that, folks, I'll just have my little batch of strawberries way down at the bottom, and that is it for this one. Like I said, what I plan on doing for the update in the greenhouse over the summer is I'm going to be taking out these bottom rails on all 4 sides. I'm going to be raising some of these up a little bit, like 1 or 2. Some of these on this side I'm only going to raise one layer. So wherever that's at, I'll probably raise it up to about there. Do the same on this side. Might raise up everything on that end. I'm going to do the same on this side. This one's going to stay right where it's at. As is, this whole shelf set is going to stay. I'm just taking out the bottom rack. And then I'm going to move everything on this one up 1 or 2 notches. Just because these are high enough that I can actually do that without causing too much of an issue on the height growth. Move everything up a bit, and then, like I said, take out the bottom ones, and then I'm going to fill this entire thing in around with gravel. So that bottom rung is going to stay right where it's at, and that's going to pretty much have gravel almost all the way up to the bottom of it. And then I'm going all the way around. So that will be the update in here for this summer. That will be what my final project is going to be. This will give me drainage and a place to set plants lower on the floor, and I don't have to worry about anything. But yeah, look, you can see that. Look, you can see that nodule even from here. That thing, look how fat that thing is. But anyways, folks, thank you all for sticking with me during this short little brief greenhouse update. Thank you guys again, as always. I love the views, the watches, you know, everything, the thumbs up, the interactions. Do me a favor, folks, if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, click that bell icon, click all notifications so you get notified for all previous or any and all future videos, as well as giveaway at some point. Once I hit 500 again, I'm going to try to hit 505, and then I'll do the full giveaway video. But thanks again, folks. This is going to be Foxit Outdoors, aka Cliff, signing off. You guys have a wonderful day.